So let us start today's session. So today's session is about auto scaling. Okay. So anyone confirm me about the visibility and the audibility of the screen and my voice? Is my voice audible and is my screen visible? Okay. Thank you so much, Krishna. Right. So in yesterday's session, we have seen different types of EC2. And yes, I have forwarded the notes in your WhatsApp group so that you can see types of EC2 instances where we have seen general purpose and compute optimized, memory storage optimized, accelerated computing, and high memory optimized things. Of course, I give a small task for you to find out about previous generation. Okay, hope you did your task and not a problem even if you did your task. In EC2, you can see current generation and all generations. So if you compare both the screens, you can find out previous generations. And yes, there is a very huge change in the interface of AWS Management Console, which is changing every year. So no need to worry. If you know the options, that is fine. Okay, in today's session, we are going to see something called as auto scaling. Auto scaling. In previous session, in previous practical session, we have seen something like a load balancer. Load balancer. When there is a huge traffic on one single line, then there is a chance of EC2 getting stuck or EC2 instance getting stuck. So to avoid that, what we did, we have created manually another EC2 instance and we have maintained the load. Okay. And just in case, if the load is crossing the limits, the load is crossing the limits. Example is a Flipkart Big Billion Day. There will be huge visitors. It means there will be a huge traffic at this particular time. The servers, even if we are providing two different servers or two different EC2 machines for load balancing, there might be chances of the link going down. It means the load is going high, right? It means there is a huge pressure on the EC2 machines. At this time, at this particular time, when the traffic is very huge, if you want to manage the services without any error, then we are going to configure an option called as auto scaling, right? This is what I explained in the previous session. So we are going to configure auto scaling option. So what happens in auto scaling? Okay, like I said in the very earlier sessions of cloud computing, this cloud computing is designed on three basic things, that is availability, scalability, and pay as you go option. If it is availability, yes, this is available online 24/7, 365 days. The next, scalability, right? So if there is a load on your machines, you can scale up or scale down according to your requirement. And then if you are utilizing your server only for limited time, then you're going to pay only for that particular time you use the machine. Okay. So here we are going to see about scalability option today, but that is without human intervention. It means there is no requirement of any administrator. Let us see how it is done. Okay. In the previous session, yesterday's session, I told you that I'll show you this auto scaling option with the help of a Windows machine. So let us see now with the help of Windows machine. Right now you can see there are no instances and there is no particular instance running here. So let us go to instances. And yes, we are good in creating Windows instance. So let us create a Windows instance. Okay. If you got any doubt, please drop a message in the chat box. For instances, we're going to create a basic instance of Windows Server 2000, what all the free tier available. So I'm taking as usual Windows Server 2012 free tier. You might ask me why you're preferring only Windows Server 2012 every time. But here I prefer Windows Server 2012 every time because this is the one which is least among the all configurations. It means it can load very faster. So for our practical purpose, we are using this Windows Server 2012 because it loads very faster. So by default, you know how to create an instance. So it is T2. So nothing to change here. Add storage. Next, next. Okay. In place of this security group. Okay. Today, for our practical purpose, let us change this particular thing. So I'd like to give a new uh, name for this. So this is our security group. So I'll take the same thing. Security group SG, right? And today's date, that is 13, SG13. The same thing I'll provide here, SG13, right? And you should remember that we can also use the same rule for web server, that is HTTP, and that can be configured anywhere across the globe, right? So this step is clear, I guess for everyone this is clear. So I'm going forward, review and launch. Now I'm launching this particular machine. So they're asking me to take a key pair. So create a new pair. I'll provide a name, that is KP, today's date 1307. They don't leave about this particular action because this is the action performed by my particular PC. So forget about this option. Okay, but I'll show you this. KP1307 is created. Let me go to my download. So this KP1307 is already created. So don't get confused. The problem is with my machine. So don't worry. Launch instance. If you are going to try in your machines, automatically that KP file will be downloaded. Key pair will be downloaded in your machine. Finally, view instances. Now you can see there is an instance with us. So there is a name for it. So I'm providing a name as Win Server, right? Remember, we are providing a name as Win Server. Okay. Now let us wait till this instance state is running. As of now, we started this instance, and this is as of now in a pending state to start. In a pending state to start. Okay. So meanwhile, what do you mean by auto scaling? Auto scaling. Auto scaling. Okay. Without human intervention, if you are adding EC2 machines or if you are resuming or removing EC2 machines, then we call it as auto scaling. Then we call it as auto scaling. I'm so sorry, I'm not providing any notes for this particular auto scaling option, but I'm showing you only practical. So please follow the practical this time. Of course, I said you I'll provide the note. I'll be forwarding you the note. Okay, meanwhile, you just please follow this practical today. If possible, take a piece of paper and pen and just write down the steps. Okay. All right. Now, you all know about what is image. What is image? So we created this image. So on this same machine, on this same machine, right? So we can see there is a public address available, and the instance state is still pending. So here it's running. Okay. So let us see how to connect to this machine. We all know how to connect to this machine. To connect to this machine, we require all these things. So I am not doing all these things, but in my notepad file, I am noting out all these things. Write down, this is my domain. This is my domain, and I'll follow all things. So this is my username, and we have to generate the password as usual. So get password, browse, upload the file, that is KP1307, that is today's date. Open the file and decrypt the password. You can see today's password. I'm just saving this, or not even saving, I'm just noting it down in my notepad. Okay, in real time you have to save this file. Real time lo meeru ee file ni save chesukovali. Okay. Now I'm going back to my EC2. Here you can see my instance is running out here. Okay. Now our concept is to create auto scaling option. Auto scaling means what? You're going to add another machine according to your requirement, right? So in previous session of load balancing, we have seen a practical, like, so we have created two machines, two EC2 instances, and we have created a load balancer with which we are going to connect to the EC2 machines without or by distributing the load. Okay, I'd like to show it to you again. So this is my load balancer. So I'm just writing this LB. So all this, and to this LB, I have connected two EC2 machines. I have connected two EC2 machines, right? So this is EC2 1 and this is EC2. So I have connected two different machines here, right? So when I'm requesting from my particular PC, so I'm forwarding the request to the load balancer, and this particular load balancer will forward the request either to EC2 or either to EC2 second machine, right? So this is what happened in the previous session of load balancer. Now, without human intervention, it means I don't want any administrator. Without administrator support, we are going to create another EC2 machine, right? It means you might think, so if there is huge load or even on these two lines, then what to do? Then automatically here in this AWS platform, we have to create another EC2 machine. It might be one or it might be multiple. So I'm writing it as EC2M. It might be one single machine or it might be multiple EC2 machines. Okay. And the request should be shared by all the machines. Okay. So in today's session, we don't know what to do here. In the previous session of load balancing, we have created two machines and we have distributed the load. But if the requests are more, or if the traffic is very huge, then what to do at this particular time? Here we have only one single option called as auto scaling, or scalability is one of the big option, but without human intervention, we can do something on any cloud platform that is called as auto scaling. The same thing even works out on Google Cloud as well as Azure Cloud. Okay, right. Let's see it live today. Okay, so we require the image of this particular machine to do this process. So I am just taking my Windows machine as an image. So here in actions, till now we have seen only an option called as connect or instance state, whether to stop or terminate the session. Right now, let us see the third option called as actions. In the actions, till date we did not use any of these things, but today you're going to use it. That is image. And we are going to create this image. Right. So we are going to create image and we have to provide a name for this image. So I'm providing my image name server, right? And this is created for auto scaling, right? This is created for auto scaling. I'm not writing any other things. I'm just going forward and I'm just creating this image, right? So I'm just creating the image, and this image, where will this image stored? Okay, this image will be stored in AMI. By default, you can see AMI, this image is getting stored and the status is still pending. So here we'll write down name here. So what would be the name of this image? So any name you can provide. I'm just providing Win server. So this is the name I can provide here. So that this is my image Windows server. My image Windows server. Okay. The status is still pending. All right. So if you go to EC2 instances, this is your running EC2 machine. And now we'll go forward into auto scaling option. So into auto scaling option, and we have seen an option called as launch configuration. In yesterday's session, I have shown you, or I explained you about this launch configuration. The first thing is auto scaling. How to increase the machines or how to distribute the load without human intervention. We have discussed about this auto scaling. Without human intervention, how can we distribute the load? All right. So first we will go to launch configuration. Launch configuration. You might get a doubt. So what is this launch configuration? So when we are creating this EC2 multiple machine, what would be the configuration of this machine? So what might be the configuration of this particular machine? You might get a doubt. So what is the configuration of this particular machine? So configuration means we know only two things. What is the RAM of this machine? And next, what is the OS we used in this machine? And what is the storage, or I'm just writing it as hard disk. What is the thing we are using in this machine? And what would be the location of this machine? All these things are a big question mark for us, right? So this is a huge question mark for us, right? So to configure this, we have to follow a process called as launch configuration. Whenever we require the next EC2 machine, whenever we require multiple EC2 machines to distribute the load, we have to follow a concept called as launch configuration. It is very simple. If you're configuring EC2 machine and if you want another EC2 machine to manage the load, then the other EC2 machine should maintain a similar hardware or maintain a particular hardware, right? That particular hardware maintenance is nothing but launch configuration. Okay. All right. So let us see it now in launch configuration. So there is no configuration available here. And see, you have to configure this particular part, or you have to use this launch configuration only in region, not in zone. So as of now, we are in Mumbai region. You can see all the 26 regions available here. So you can configure anywhere here. So I'm selecting create launch configuration. Create launch configuration. On this particular page, okay, if you're writing notes, that is good, or else I'll repeat the practical for you. On this particular page, I'm going to create a configuration. So the launch configuration, so we are going to see it as launch configuration and today's date, 1307. We'll go on 1307, launch configuration 1307. This is my configuration name. So this is for an identity. Okay. Next, here it is asking for an image. So we have created our image, our own image, that is my image Windows Server. Select it. Now I have selected my own image. And what is the instance type? What is the instance type we have to select here? Anyone? Drop message in the chat box. What would be the instance type here? In yesterday's session, we have seen all the instance types. Okay, so we are performing a practical, or we are performing a configuration for free of cost. So what would be the instance? Perfect, that is T2. Thank you so much. Okay, again in T2 we are getting so many options. Which one to be selected? T2 Nano, okay. Shiva Krishna. Okay. All right, it is T2 Micro. It is not Nano, it is Micro. All right. So we are going to select T2 Micro because this is free tire. Right. This is selected. Next, there are multiple options here. So we are not going to select all these options because this is additional configuration which is optional. They mentioned it here. But yes, if you have some profiles or if you're going further inside, you're going to use all these things. But yes, if you want to know all these options, initial options, we have an option called as info. Click on info. There will be a huge information here on your right panel. Okay. Next, monitoring. Yes, there is an option called as CloudWatch. CloudWatch. I'm not going to show you CloudWatch as of now, but I'll explain you. This CloudWatch is used to monitor each and every EC2 machine for every 5 minutes. And there are some metrics to be followed for this EC2 machine monitoring process. Okay. All right. Next, there are advanced details. So here we are not going to use anything because we are using everything as default option, right? And user data, text file, as file, nothing is important for us as of now. So only assign a public address to instances. This is also by default option. No need to change any option. Come down here. This is EBS volume. Just in case if you have got another volume with you available with you on your AWS cloud, then we can use another volume, or by default root volume is used. So no need to change anything now. And here in security groups, so we have created a security group while performing a practical. So what is that particular security group? That is SG13, today's date. So I'm selecting SG13. And now going forward, we have an existing key pair, or do we have an existing key pair? Yes, we have an existing key pair. What is the key pair name? Key pair 1307. Yes, and I acknowledge I have access to this particular key. Yes, we have saved the password here. You can see key pair 1307 is available. So you can go forward. Click on create launch configuration. So now my launch configuration is successfully created. My launch configuration is successfully created, right? So after using this, so after creating this, you have to remember this particular name, launch configuration 1307. Now we are going to use auto scaling groups. Okay, before going to auto scaling groups, I would like to show you our instances. So how many instances are available here with us right now? How many instances available with us right now? మన దగ్గర ఎన్ని instances ఉన్నాయి ఇప్పుడు right now? Okay, only one instance is available. Okay, so we have to understand, right? So auto scaling group, I'm just clicking on auto scaling group. We have to understand when the request goes up. Here it is showing what is the minimum size, what is the desired capacity, and what is the scale out as needed, and finally it is maximum size. Just understand this particular size. Just basically understand this particular diagram. Okay, so when it is showing what is the minimum size, at least one single machine. What is the desired capacity? You can take at least two machines as a desired capacity. When you want to balance the load, you require at least two machines. And if the load is getting more, you can add as many as EC2s you require. When you're adding these EC2 machines, that becomes the maximum size. Right? It means you can mention the maximum size as well. If you want to create 10 EC2 machines, the maximum size of your auto scale group would be 10, right? And the desired capacity would be at least 2. Okay. So minimum is one machine. It means you are going to scale down when the request when the traffic is less, and the maximum is 10 machines when you're scaling it up. Okay. That you can configure. I'll show you where you can configure. Okay. So on this page, it is very clearly given. You can, if you want to learn or if you want to check it out, everything is clearly mentioned here. You can utilize it. Okay. All right. Next, we'll go for create auto scaling group. The practical looks very simple, but you have to understand it is not that easy as it looks like. Okay. So when we selected create launch group, sorry, create auto scaling. So it is asking us to provide a name for auto scaling. So I am providing a name for auto scaling. So I am taking the name as ASG and today's date 1307. ASG is nothing but auto scaling group. You can provide any name, right? And it is asking for a launch template. So if I click on this, there is no template available, but still we have created a configuration in launch panel, that is switch to launch configuration. Select this option called switch to launch configuration, in which as soon as you click the drop down box, you can see the launch configuration what we created here. So select this particular option. See here it goes with 7 different steps, in which the very first step is launch configuration. Click on next. Right. So we did not discuss about this VPC concept till now, but okay, it's virtual PC. Yes, we are going to discuss it about in the coming session. As of now, you understand that it is just a virtual PC or it is a default PC created by Amazon Web Services or any cloud platform. And it is asking for subnet. Yes, you select all the subnets available here. All the subnets available here, 1A, 1B and 1C. Okay, it is very simple. It is Asia Pacific South 1A, Asia Pacific South 1B and 1C. Okay, so you are going to select all these things and then select next. So we entered into next option, and okay, if you have a load balancer, you can attach a load balancer. If you don't have a load balancer, no problem. Let us select no load balancer. Okay, but we are going to change some settings like health check period. This is 300 seconds, which means 5 minutes. So we are going to reduce it to 1 minute. You know, right? In yesterday's session, we have understood the previous session. This EC2 machines or load balancer will take care about this EC2 machines, not only to distribute the load or distribute the traffic, it also takes care about each and every machine's health, right? If this machine health is going down, all the requests will be forwarded to EC2. It means the load balancer will also take care about the responsibility of each and every EC2 machine's health. So that health check will be done for every 60 seconds. And there are some additional options. As of now, we are not going to use any of the monitoring tools. Here it is CloudWatch, that is monitoring tool. So I'm not going to use that monitoring tool. So click on next. Right. Now it comes into configure group size and scaling policy. Right. So it is optional, but still we have to provide it. So group desired capacity, I'm selecting it as 2. The thing which is mentioned already on a diagram when we entered into this scaling. Okay. So minimum capacity is 1 and the maximum capacity what I can give is, I'll give it as 4. You can give any number, there is no problem. So minimum is 1 and the maximum is 4. The desired capacity by default capacity is 2. It means if I go forward, there will be by default 2 Windows Server machines will be created. The desired capacity machines will be created. Okay. All right. So tracking policies. Yes, we require this tracking policies always. So in place of none, let us select this target tracking scaling policy. Right. So what would be the tracking policy? It means when we should create another machine. అంటే ట్రాకింగ్ పాలసీలో క్లియర్ గా ఏం మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నారంటే ఇంకో కొత్త మెషిన్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి అంటే లోడ్ పెరిగినప్పుడు కొత్త మెషిన్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి. When there is huge load on a machine, we should create another machine. And when should that machine be created? ఆ machine ని ఎప్పుడు క్రియేట్ చేయాలి? Okay. So here there is an option. Average CPU utilization or another things are also available here. As of now, we are going to select only average CPU utilization, but in real time, according to the requirement of your company, you're going to utilize it. Okay. So as of now, practically, I can show you average CPU utilization. So when your CPU utilization reaches 50% or it is crossing 50%, then automatically another EC2 instance will be created. Okay. So maximum 4. So obviously by default 2, it means another EC2 machine will be created and the load will be distributed. Okay. So instance needs how much time to load up? Again, we'll provide only 1 minute, that is 60 seconds. Okay. So do not select this particular option called disable scale in or scale out policy. Okay. if you select this option, it means it is providing only scale out policy. It means the billing is going high day by day. It is not going to come down. Okay. So select this particular option and leave about this particular checkbox and come down. Okay. Instant scale-in protection. So when you're performing this auto scaling option, there are some protection options, but as of now, we are not going to use this particular option. Click on next. Right. Add notification. This is what I told you yesterday. That is SNS. 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 Which means simple notification service. Simple notification service. So whenever there is a new EC2 instance created or whenever any particular EC2 machine is reaching to 50% load, automatically there will be a notification for you. And when the new EC2 machine is created, then also you'll get a notification service. That particular thing is called as simple notification service. Here, this particular thing can be provided in two services. One is you can get a mobile message, that is SMS, or you can get an email, right? By default, email option is selected, and if you want another service called SMS, then you have to select the option. All right. So add notification you can provide here. So what sort of notification you have to create? So select create a topic and you have to provide what all things and you have to provide the recipient. Send a notification to so and so, like you have to create a name of the topic and then you have to provide an email address to which you're going to send the mail. So whenever there is a launch of an EC2 or termination of EC2, fail to launch in EC2, fail to terminate an EC2, all these things to be provided to this particular email address. Okay. So as of now, we are not going to do this but practical. I'm just removing it. Here in this step, I'm just clicking on next. So tags, yes, from the beginning, we are not utilizing any tags. So click on next. Right. So this is the auto scaling group name, and this is my launch configuration name. This is by default my network, where the network is virtual PC and all these three are the subnets available. Load balancing, we did not select any load balancing. All the things what we provided is mentioned here. So click on auto scaling, create auto scaling group. Now you can see this auto scaling group is getting created. So it is successfully created here. So it is successfully created here. Now where we have to go? Let's see my launch configuration, whether it is created. Yes, it is created. Instance type, everything is mentioned here. And in my auto scaling groups, I can see these are the desired instances what we created. So desired capacity minimum is 1 and maximum is 4. The status is still pending here. We have to wait, but still we'll go to instances and let us check. Okay, in our instances, we can see 3 machines. We created only 1 machine. What about these 2 machines? How these 2 machines came down here? Can anyone tell me how did these 2 machines came down here? How come these 2 machines came down here? Yes, it is auto scaling. Right. So I'll show it to you again. In auto scaling, we have selected 2 desired capacity. We have selected 2 desired capacity. So when we have selected 2 desired capacity, automatically 2 instances have been created. Automatically 2 instances have been created. So I'll keep it as 1, 2. I'm just naming them. Okay. And we have to find it out, all these details. So just assume, okay, out of 3 servers, I'm going to see, we have created Windows server and we have created a key pair for this particular login. So we can log in directly into this Windows server machine. But these are the 2 things, server 1 and server 2, which are automatically created by the auto scaling and launch configuration option. So I'm going to log in into this particular machine now, right? So I have selected server one and I have clicked on connect option, right? Okay, so before going to connect option, I'd like to show something else to you. In this server one option, we have an option called as monitoring. So I have selected server one, and here in this server one, we can see the monitoring. It means what is the CPU utilization. There are many other things available here, but still we are using only CPU utilization because we have created a condition only for CPU utilization. Okay. So let us see it here. I have selected this particular machine and I'm trying to connect to that particular machine. RDP client, and this is our DNS name. So I'm just directly downloading the RDP file. So click on this RDP file, connect, and what is the password? So we have saved the password here. Now you can see I'm just trying to log into the machine. Now you can see we did not create this EC2 machine manually. This is created automatically when we configure EC2 machine. This is my EC2 machine, which is automatically created with the help of auto scaling option. Now we have selected the CPU usage as 50%. CPU usage as 50%. So are we clear till now? Is it clear till now? Drop a message on. Okay. Thank you. Okay, it is clear till now. So here, if the load on this particular machine, right? If the load on this particular machine is more than 50%. See, as of now, CPU utilization is only 1%. If the load on this machine crosses 50%, automatically it should create another EC2 instance. If the utilization of CPU crosses 50%, we should experience another EC2 machine automatically without human intervention. So to create traffic manually, now we don't know, right? So I am saying something like, okay, if the CPU goes 50% beyond utilization, then we'll get another EC2 machine. But practically to see it, what we can do? Can we create some traffic here on either of the machines? Okay. See, I cannot create traffic, but I can create some load on this particular machine. So for that purpose, I'm going to run a batch file. So I'm just writing a batch file. Save as a batch file, and the name is also same, batch. And all files. Make sure you are going to select all files. On desktop, I'm saving the file. Yes, this is it. You can see this is the batch file. So I'm just pulling this batch file on the right side because yes, we have to use it. I'm just clicking enter on this. So there is a command prompt running on this. Okay. So this particular file keeps on running continuously, and because of which there might be or then can be the CPU utilization more. Okay. So one single thing cannot help us. So I'm pressing multiple things. I'm opening this file multiple times so that we can create a load on this particular machine. The CPU utilization would be more than 50% if we are going to utilize this particular bat file for more than time. More times I'm creating this traffic. See, this is the manually created traffic, or only for practical purpose we are creating this traffic. In general, bat file is used for different purpose. To run multiple updates, we use this bat file, but here this batch file is used only for creating the load. You can see my cursor is into waiting state now. But meanwhile, we'll go back here. We'll see what is the status here. But here, still the CPU utilization is only 1%. So let us refresh it. So now it has reached to 8%. We have to wait till this file reaches into multiple times. So I am opening this command prompt file multiple times so that we can create some load on this particular machine. Now, when I'm just refreshing it, so it is showing 8% as of now. So it should cross 50% so that we can watch the output here. I'm just continuously clicking on it. Of course, if one single command prompt file also can create more load. In this case here, you can see we are creating continuously the batch file so that we can create a huge load on this particular server. Let us wait for a while. Let us see the utilization. So it's going on continuously. The batch file is running continuously. So meanwhile, we'll see what is our AMI. So we have created AMI. It means we have created our own image. Okay. So as soon as the practical is confirmed or practical is done, you have to delete this image, or else there will be a billing applicable on your AWS cloud platform. So you have to delete after the practical is done. So whenever you are creating an AMI, automatically there will be a snapshot created. On this storage option, there will be a snapshot created. This is snapshot is created, right? So this snapshot is created for particular AMI. Okay, can anyone tell me what is AMI? Can anyone tell me what is AMI? AMI. Amazon Machine Image. Super. Very good. So here we have seen something about snapshot. Now we'll go back to our EC2 machine instances. Let us see what is the state of this CPU utilization. So you can see CPU utilization has crossed 72%. So what is the limit we have given here? So what is the limit we have given here? We have provided the limit as only 50%, but the CPU utilization here is 72%. Let us see, is there any EC2 machine created? So just click on refresh here and you can see there are some I'm just checking, waiting for this particular machine to start. So it is 72% and we have to experience automatically. There should be instances created automatically. We can see there is one instance automatically created because why? Because the usage of this server one has crossed more than 50%. More than 50% CPU utilization has been done, and because of which there is another server created. You can see there is fourth server created. So we have created only one Windows server and we have selected desired servers, and we have created an artificial traffic on this particular machine, artificial load on this particular CPU. Then automatically we can see another machine has been created. This is server 3, which is created automatically without human intervention. The automatically machine has been created. All right. So in this way, we can utilize this auto scaling option. So here there is a huge load going on as of now. So I want to just get down that load. I'm just closing this batch file. So to experience, just to make my PC better, I'm just closing down. Okay, let them run, continue, no problem. So when we created only one single server and we enabled auto scaling option, we can see desired servers what we created, and when the load is more, automatically we can see a new EC2 machine created by itself. Yes, Chandan, we have created this EC2 auto scaling option based on the CPU utilization. As of now, we have created this based on CPU utilization. Apart from CPU, we have three more options. But in general, we have to understand about CPU because major processing is done by the CPU. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So now I have this option, auto scaling option, just in case if my requirement is done and if I feel like paying for these four machines will be a costly thing after the process is done. Paying, okay. Can you please show me how to load default page in Windows instance for load balancer? Okay, you want me to show it for, okay, as of now, I did not create any load balancer. We are going with no load balancer. We are going with no load balancer. But yes, we have a practical. We have a practical for it. If you want to learn about this, yes, we have a practical there. docs.aws.amazon.com, in which we have something like, so the launch configuration is available for us. Better we'll use Google. Launch configuration in AWS. Here we can get it out. So Pavani is asking a question here, and launch configuration in AWS. See, you can see here. Create a launch configuration using an EC2 instance. It might be a Windows or it might be a Linux. So it is clearly explained here. Create a launch configuration using an EC2 instance. You can see it here. The steps are clearly mentioned here. Don't forget, do not use this command. If you want to use this command, you can utilize it. But if you don't want to use commands, then there is an option for you here. Directly use it. as of now, I cannot create a load balancer for you. But yes, if you get some enough time, I'll show you how to create it by using the load balancer. Okay, now that we have created instances, you might ask me how to delete this instance. How to delete this instance? What happens if I delete this instance? If I delete this instance, so I have an instance here, so I would like to delete this instance. I'm terminating this instance. Directly you can see I'm terminating this instance. What happens if I terminate this instance? By default, what is the desired instance what we created in auto scaling group? In auto scaling group, so we have created something like desired capacity. Desired capacity was by default 2. Now it is 4. So automatically there will be an instance recreated. Even if I'm trying to delete it, again there is an instance created. See, you can see server 2 is terminated, but still you can see another machine is created automatically. Before it was only 4. Now you can see it is 5. Number 5. It means you cannot delete them directly. You cannot terminate the machines directly. If you want to terminate these machines directly, then you are supposed to go to launch configurations, and then you have to delete this particular launch configuration, right? Or you have to go to auto scaling group and you have to delete this particular auto scaling group. Click on delete and I'm typing delete. So it is getting deleted, right? So after deletion of this particular thing, you are supposed to complete deletion of this launch configuration process. I am selecting this particular launch configuration option and I am deleting this launch configuration. Now it is deleted directly, and afterwards the major concept is remove this AMI. So this image has to be deregistered. This image has to be deregistered. So it is deregistered and you have to go to snapshots. Even in the snapshots, you have to delete this particular snapshot. Now that I have deleted everyone, I'll go to auto scaling groups and I'll check it out whether it is deleted or not. So it is still deleting. So we have to wait for it. So it takes a bit time. We have to wait for it till it gets deleted. Now when you come back to instances, right, you can see all these things are terminated except the one which we have created. Except the one which we have created, rest of all are getting terminated by default. When you try to delete them manually from this instances page, nothing got deleted. When you deleted it, automatically it is creating another one. But when you deleted it in auto scaling group or launch configurations, everything is gone. Automatically all the machines are gone. Now you can see this server is by default off. By default off. There is no option to handle that server now. Okay. So in this way you can configure this auto scaling option, right? In this auto scaling option, we have two more things. One is SNS, simple notification service, and then we have an option called as monitoring or alarm. As of now, you can see no alarm set here, but you can configure this alarm. Okay, right. The first thing is you have to configure SNS, simple notification service. So where is this SNS available here? Okay, in application integration, if there are any developers in this session, you can understand. In application integration, you have an option called as simple notification service. That is SNS, right? So SNS, when you're going to do SNS, go to top. You have to create your own topic here. So you can see topic here. You have to provide any name here. Then according to the requirement or according to your company's requirement, you're going to configure it. It is very simple. Provide your name, provide any name. I'll give it as a demo, and then create topic. In this topic, what we have to do? We have to add subscriptions. In subscriptions, what are the subscriptions we require? I'm creating a by default. So endpoint should be mentioned here. See, if there are any developers in this team, they will know about this particular thing. As of now, we are very new to this particular process. So if you want to understand this, you can see this. So endpoint should be an email address, or what we say, it might be an internal messaging system. Internal messaging system. So we are not going to try anything here as of now because this is completely into developer options. So we are not going to see all those things. Okay. And next we have something called as cloud watch. We have something called as cloud watch. So in management option, we have something called as cloud watch. So I have selected cloud watch for setting alarm. It means when you want to know or to understand the configuration process, you can use this concept called as alarm. So for which things you require this alarm? For what all things you require this alarm? Right. So now I want this alarm only for few things. That is, oh, what alarm? Set alarm metric. Okay. Okay. Here I can add alarms for particular things like handling about this particular PC utilization, CPU utilization. So I have to understand these metric values before doing this particular process. So here it is showing search, but you don't have any alarms here. So I can create an alarm, select particular metric. So what is the metric we can use here? This for EC2 by auto scaling group I have created here, and it is CPU credit usage. You can see it here. See, this is totally different thing. So I'm just selecting CPU credit usage. So I have selected this particular message, and whenever the CPU usage goes more than 50%, then automatically there will be a notification to us. So greater, it means whenever it crosses 50%, it will provide us the confirmation, right? So yes, I'll select it as only 60 threshold. Go next. Right, again next in alarm. So what sort of alarm you require? You require a mail or you require an SMS, everything. What sort of notification you want here? So everything will be mentioned here. So this is into developer zone. So as of now, we are not going to utilize this particular service. We'll get back to our instances. In auto scaling, we have understood, right? So whenever you configure auto scaling without the requirement of human intervention, so we are going to create or we are going to scale down the EC2 machines according to the traffic provided. All right. So you have to perform this practical to understand about this instance. Okay, you can create bat files or bat files on your Windows machines, and then you can check whether this practical is performing or practical is continuously running, or it is adding another machine to distribute the load. All right. So is the topic clear for everyone? Okay, forget about this SNS and alarm services. Forget about this SNS and alarm services. So in next session, I'll show you about this SNS and alarm services for this Windows machine. You can do the same thing for Linux machine as well. The process is the same. There is no difference because we are not going to run anything. But in Windows, I can run batch files. I told you I'm a Windows administrator, so I can run batch files and I can create some load on one PC CPU. Okay, is it clear for everyone? Okay. And thank you, Shiva Krishna. So if it is clear, then I'd like you all to practice this particular practical either by Windows machine or by Linux machine, and then you can check it out whether this auto scaling is working or not. But after completing the practical, make sure you're going to delete your AMIs and you're going to delete snapshots and you're going to delete launch instances, auto scaling groups, and you're going to stop the instance of this particular Windows server. Okay. Now, yes, in front of you, I'm going to stop this instance so that there will not be any particular billing here. So this is clear to everyone. Thank you so much. We'll meet in the next session. We'll keep on practicing.